Well, the 30 players who are claiming the 2021 Ballon d'Or are known. In this video, we will analyze how adequate this list is, recall the players who should have been on it but were not listed for some reason, and also tell you which of the candidates Leo Messi will vote for. Subscribe to our channel as each subscription warms our hearts. Done? Then we say vamos, and let's begin. On the eve of October 8, France Football tweeted a list of contenders for the 2021 Ballon d'Or. So here are all 30 contenders in alphabetical order: Cesar Azpilicueta, Nicolo Barella, Karim Benzema, Leonardo Bonucci, Giorgio Chiellini, Cristiano Ronaldo, Kevin De Bruyne, Ruben Gianluigi Donnarumma, Bruno Fernandes, Phil Foden, Erling Haaland, Jorginho, N'Golo Kante, Kjaer, Robert Lewandowski, Romelu Lukaku, Riyad Mahrez, Lautaro Martinez, Kylian Mbappe, Lionel Messi, Luka Modric, Gerard Moreno, Mason Mount, Neymar, Pedri, Mohamed Salah, and Raheem Sterling. This is how the candidates are distributed among the clubs. Manchester City and Chelsea got the most representatives on the list, as 5 players from each of these clubs are in the final 30. 4 players represent PSG. Real Madrid, Inter, Manchester United, and Juventus each have 2 representatives. The rest of the clubs have delegated 1 player each. These are Milan, Atletico, Barcelona, Bayern, Borussia Dortmund, Liverpool, Tottenham, and Villarreal. If we consider the distribution by nationality, then the most representatives are the European champions from the Italy national team, 5 players. They are followed by the English, 4 players. Portugal, Spain, and France each have 3 nominees. Belgium and Argentina have 2 each. The rest of the countries have delegated no more than 1 performer. The award ceremony will take place on November 29th in Paris. Tell us in the comments who do you think should win the award, and try to substantiate your opinion if you can. Surely every football fan can pick holes in the list, and we are no exception. We'd like to start with those players who, in our opinion, have no place being among the contenders for the most prestigious individual award. What you are about to hear is the personal opinion of the author and doesn't have to coincide with yours. You can always express your disagreements in the comments below, as long as you stay in line. It's not clear why such players as Phil Foden, Kjaer, Cesar Azpilicueta, Riyad Mahrez, Luka Modric, Pedri, and Neymar got on the list. The presence of the rest can be explained one way or another. Raheem Sterling had a weak year at the club level, but he dragged the England team at the Euro, and we are not sure that without his goals they would have even made it out of the group. Gerard Moreno, for example, scored a bunch of goals for humble Villarreal and led them to the Europa League victory. And so it can be said about everyone, besides the 7 players we named. Let's take Cesar Azpilicueta. Yes, his team won the Champions League, but why exactly was he included in the list of the Ballon d'Or contenders? Cesar, being a solid defender, was never considered the top player, although he is fine due to his versatility and fighting qualities. Hardly anyone can call him the strongest even among Chelsea defenders. Antonio Rudiger or Reece James had an equally impressive year. And in the national team, Cesar is not at all considered a starter. It seems that the guys from France Football just wanted to include one of the defenders of the Champions League winning team, and they decided not to overthink and just chose the captain. Now let's take Kjaer. We are sure that the Dane is nominated because of his heroic behavior during the terrifying injury of Christian Eriksen during the Euro. But the Ballon d'Or is an award for playing football, not for football exploits. As in the case of Azpilicueta, Simon can't be called by far the best defender in both the national team and the club. Neymar probably is the most questionable one for you. But if you look at it, the Brazilian spent 6 months being treated for injuries, wasn't able to win Liga 1 in a 1-team league, and lost the Copa America final with the Brazilian national team to Argentina with a weaker roster. In terms of effective actions, he was surpassed, for example by now Leipzig striker André Silva. Most likely the Brazilian was included in the list for old time's sake. All in all, there are a lot of questions but very few answers. Tell us in the comments your thoughts on who should not be in the list of the 30 Ballon d'Or contenders. And of course, if we are not happy with some of the players included in the nomination, there are players that should have been present on that list. An example of the most outrageous injustice is Federico Chiesa. The guy showed himself brilliantly at Juventus last season, and he was arguably the only attacking player in the Italy national team at the Euro who could create a constant threat at the rival's goal. Federico was a real breakthrough and revelation for fans who don't follow Serie A closely and should have been among the Ballon d'Or contenders. Of the less obvious, but nevertheless unfairly ignored candidates, Achraf Hakimi, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Theo Hernandez are worth noting. All of these wingers have been having a phenomenal year, and as for the effective actions, their stats are insane. They deserve to be on the list no less than Chiellini and Bonucci, who are the nominees. Let's also note Memphis Depay. The Dutchman had 34 efficient actions in goal contributions for Lyon last season, thus dragging them into European competition basically single-handedly. And this season, he is the reason why Barcelona are not in the relegation zone. But he's ignored. So is Son Heung-min, who along with Harry Kane keeps Tottenham still a top club. Let's also note Leon Goretzka, Joshua Kimmich, Edouard Mendy, and Ederson. Tell us the players who in your opinion should have been in the top 30 contenders for the 2021 Ballon d'Or. Leo Messi is one of the main contenders for the Ballon d'Or. This is evidenced by his stats last season and what Barcelona have become since he left. As you probably know, the winner of the award is determined by the national team captains and head coaches, as well as by the journalists of the countries. So, Leo, as the captain of the Argentina national team, will have the right to vote. And in his recent interview with France Football, he named 4 players to whom he would be willing to give the award. In my team, there are 2 players for whom I will easily vote, Neymar and Kylian. And then Lewandowski, who has just had a great year. There's also Benzema, who has been excellent, Leo said. Do you think any of the players Messi named will be able to compete with him? Hit thumbs up if you want Leo to win the award and get his 7th Ballon d'Or. In addition to the Ballon d'Or nominees, France Football also nominated players for 2 other awards. Keylor Navas, Gianluigi Donnarumma, Kasper Schmeichel, Ederson, Edouard Mendy, Jan Oblak, Thibaut Courtois, Samir Handanovic, Manuel Neuer, and Emiliano Martinez will compete for the Lev Yashin Trophy, which is presented to the best goalkeeper of the year. But given that out of the goalkeepers, only Donnarumma is also included in the general list of the Ballon d'Or contenders, it's obvious that this award will go to him. No intrigue whatsoever. Let's move on. The situation with the Raymond Kopa Trophy, which is awarded to the best young player of the year, is the same. The nominees are Mason Greenwood, Bukayo Saka, Jude Bellingham, Jeremy Doku, Pedri, Ryan Gravenberch, Jamal Musiala, Florian Wirtz, Giovanni Reina, and Nuno Mendes. It's easy to conclude that Pedri will get the award, since he is also on the list of 30 nominees for the Ballon d'Or. They did not deliver on a trick with these additional nominations, but whatever. But there's plenty of intrigue in our new channel Bamosito. Feel free to click on the video that you see on your screen right now and subscribe to the channel. There's a lot of interesting stuff there. Thank you all for watching this video. Stay safe. Bye!